Welcome to another SC2 commentary. I am Landfall, and today we have a Terran versus Protoss on the map Xel'Naga Caverns. Spawning in the top right position is going to be oGsTheSC as the blue Terran, and in the bottom left corner is going to be TyLooJim. I know it says Good Luck Jim up here in the name overlay, but his Battle.net account name is TyLooJim. And this match, I found it on matchday.cc. I think I'll have a link in the description section of this video. And looks like a probe is going to be going out on, I think it was 8. Yes, so that definitely tells me he's going to be doing some kind of cheese, and there goes the proxy pylon. Not going to be surprised if he follows this up with some sort of proxy gate this close into the opponent's territory. Almost always means a proxy gate on the top ground, and it's a bit risky because if the opponent sees your probe running up and just not seeing it, then they could be suspecting some sort of gate, and the gate is down. Could potentially have put in this gate a bit more tucked in this corner just to delay the enemy's vision of it for that longer. And looks like the oGsTheSC did not see that probe sneaking in or out, and has obviously not scouted this proxy gate. So he's going to be playing in the dark for quite a while. You gotta remember that every second he does not see this gate means that his mindset, his build order, and all the in-between game decision is going to not be tailored towards what his opponent is doing, which is going to be throwing him off track for that while longer. So first Zealot going to be produced as we speak, and is being chrono boosted out. I don't think, Terran's player still hasn't scouted out this proxy gate. Meanwhile, in the Protoss player's base, we see nothing at all except drones and that Nexus. So that's the danger of going for a early cheese, is that you're not going to have too much economic or stuff to follow it up with. So this gate really needs to be doing a lot of damage. Looks like first Zealot is out, second Zealot being chrono boosted once and twice, and looks like he's just going to be queuing up, not going to be moving in until he gets 2 Zealot. So the Zealot are going to be running towards the main mineral line, and the Terran player just spots it now and going to be turning around with all of his SCVs to try to kill these Zealot. They cannot run, and he does have 2 more Marines shooting at them. Looking the production or units killed tab, we see that 5 workers going down for the Terran, and more Zealot being put in. So definitely worth the cheese there. Third Zealot going into killing 2 more workers, 3 more workers, definitely paying for itself again. And the Terran players at this moment just does not have the Marine count to deal with those Zealots. I mean, you can't really go in there with 1 Marine, or else it's going to get sliced very, very fast. So just reaching 4 Marines, going to be shooting a little bit at the warp gate, but really should be leaving that Zealot alone. I mean, you could just run your SCV around, and that Zealot is being a master decoying those Marines away from that gate. And yep, looks like he only has 2 Zealot. Really doesn't make any sense to produce any more gates, so he is going to be cutting his loss and running that last Zealot, or second to the last Zealot back. That last Zealot was able to get killed by those Marines there, and going to be moving on, throwing down a Nexus and a Cybernetics core, so a very standard follow-up. Meanwhile, looking in the income tab, we see, wow, almost double the amount of workers for the Protoss players. You gotta remember that Terran player does have those mules, so it's alright if you're a Terran to let your opponent get forward a little bit with that harvester count, but this is just ridiculous. A little bit is not double the worker count, so Terran player definitely needs I would say is behind right now, is trying to play catch up, so he definitely needs to make something happen, or else that first Zealot cheese, or proxy cheese rather, could have been his demise. So he is throwing down a second command center, but the second Nexus for the player has just completed, and he is going, wow, look at this, very ballsy expansion, not even getting a forge or any additional Nexus gateways rather, other than his first. I guess you really don't need to as a Jim at this moment, because he did know that the STC lost a lot of resource in that first cheese attempt, so you really don't need any sort of fail-safe for your expansion. You can just go straight for it without worrying about any sort of counterattack. Going for Robo, this as a Protoss player in PvT, you could either go Robo with Colossus or double Stargate with some Phoenix, because Terran player, or if they go mech, then you can just mass Immortals, and yeah, I would say mech is not a very popular choice. A lot of the high-level player you see Terran going for a bio army with what's that word? Oh yeah, medevac. So you know, you could either go with Colossus and try to do a lot of damage on the ground, so that so they need a lot of medevac, or else their army is gonna just evaporate through those thermal lands. Or you can get a lot of Phoenix and keep their ground army occupied while those Phoenix try to kill off as many medevac as possible. But it looks like the Protoss player did opt for the Colossus route. You gotta understand that if you do go for Robo instead of Stargate, Robo units are not as mobile as Stargate units, so you're really saying that, okay, I want to play defensive and just expand a lot and work up that macro instead of going for a more aggressive play